What's up? It's your boy back at you once again. We in this video series right now, bro, talking about the negative effects of alcohol. If you start abusing alcohol, if you start overusing alcohol, if it becomes a part of your daily life, how can it negatively affect you, bro? How can it negatively affect you? So we're going to get to it in just a second. I just want you to always understand that if you hear anything in these videos, man, anything I bring to you hits home. You know what I mean? And it's something that one of your friends might get some use from, a coworker and a family member. Just share it with them, bro. That's all I ask you to do. Share it with them. The information, man. We about changing lives. That's all we about. That's the only point to come on here to talk. Only point for you to come on here to listen is we trying to change our lives for the better. So if it resonates with you and somebody else could use it, please share it with them, bro. That's a great way to show somebody you love them, okay? Now, I need you to like and subscribe. If you get to the end of the video, like and subscribe. If you like it, that lets me know that I'm doing the right videos with the right content for the right reasons, right? And just subscribing is so I can build the audience and bring you better content, bro. Because at some point we try and go to the moon. You understand? So I would ask you to do that if you get all the way through the video. Now, in this series, we've been talking about the negative effects of alcohol and what it can cause in a man's life, how things can spiral downward, and just a couple ways to get up out of it as well. You know what I mean? So we don't like to talk about problems without solutions, but we got to identify problems, bro. And a lot of times men don't talk about the problems that they encounter when it comes to things like this. We always talk about the positives. We always talk about the good nights we had when we were drinking. We always talk about the wild times we had when we were drinking. We rarely talk about the bad times we have because of alcohol. So in this video, bro, just want to talk to you about the negative effects that alcohol will have on your sex life. Because, bro, nobody really talks about that. Nobody really talks about the effects it will have with you in the bedroom. And if you're watching this, you like to perform well in the bedroom. Yes, indeed. Whether you're married, unmarried, divorced, about to get married, never been married, thinking about being married, single, got 3-4 ladies you dating, used to date 3-4 ladies, it doesn't matter. You want to perform well in the bedroom. So we're going to talk about how alcohol can negatively affect your sex life. Now, if you are a person who has gotten accustomed to drinking and it has become a daily habit, a weekly habit, just something that you're doing a lot. And you know if you're doing it a lot or not. Okay? If you're doing it a lot, way more than what you used to, daily perhaps, 3-4 times a week, it's a lot, right? Okay. It affects you. Let's just be clear about something. Because we like to talk about the effects of certain things, and we don't talk about the effects of other things. Like, if you told somebody that you sniff coke every day, they would say, ooh, that's bad for you. You probably gonna become an addict, right? But if you said that you ate apples every day, they would say, oh, that's cool, but you just like apples. That doesn't mean you're gonna be healthy just because you eat apples. You see how people will take certain things and they act like they're both not as strong as a element of your life, right? They're not as strong. Apples aren't as strong as cocaine. Well, nah, bro, if you eat apples all the time, you're going to see a change in your body. Just like if you sniff cocaine all the time. It is what it is, right? So what we have to do is understand that everything that we put into our bodies on purpose at a certain volume is going to affect us. It is. If you drink every day, bro, it's going to affect you. It's going to. It might take a while. It might affect you differently than the person sitting next to you, but it will affect you. So, bro, understand something. When you drink, if you drink enough, you become dehydrated. When you become dehydrated, you need water. If you don't get water, your body starts to feel the effects of being dehydrated. Like you might get a headache. Your mouth is dry. You don't have as much energy. You can't move around. That's why if you're playing basketball or playing baseball, or if you're running and you don't have water, you can't perform as well as you want to. Okay? So when you drink a lot, it dehydrates you. When you're dehydrated, bro, you don't perform physically like you would if you were properly hydrated. Being sexual is a physical act. Now, a lot of people say it's spiritual, Mark. It's spiritual. It's mental. Those things are true. But at the end of the day, sir, It's physical. You have to use your body to have sex with someone. And if your body is not at 100%, you will not be 100% when you try to perform this physical act. See, because what used to happen when we were young was we would have drinks and then we'd have a super wild night. Remember that? Remember you'd have a couple beers and have a super wild night, right? I understand that. You're not 20 anymore. And if you are 20, just understand that the more you drink now and the more you make it a daily habit, by the time you're 30, then wild nights is going to be over with, homeboy. But if you're 30, 40 years old, which is a lot of you, 50, your body does not perform the same way it did when you were 20, even if you're in really good shape. It's just different, right? It's just different. With age comes differences. You cannot expect your body to perform the way that it used to, or at its optimum, or at its highest, or at its best, if it's dehydrated. And a lot of times you guys are waking up dehydrated. So you've been dehydrated the whole time you were asleep. The body's supposed to be repairing itself, bro. It can't repair. It's fighting off the toxins from the alcohol. So if you're drinking all the time, dehydrate you. You can never perform well physically if you're dehydrated. That can't happen, sir. Okay? So that's just one of the ways that alcohol negatively affects you and how it correlates to sex also. Okay? A lot of times you and your partner are supposed to have sex. She has sex on the brain. You had sex on the brain. You have too much to drink and y'all end up in an argument. You know those nights? Everything was going good till you said something you weren't supposed to say, till you hugged somebody else too long, till you were driving too fast on the way home, huh? Because we do things we wouldn't normally do when we're drinking. See, when you're not drinking, you just think about talking to that girl at the bar for a couple of minutes, right? You just think about it, but you don't do it. When you're drinking, bro, when you go get a drink for you and your lady, you actually stand there and talk to her. And then when you get back to your lady, you guys start arguing. And that turns into a big argument. Y'all end up leaving. You get no sex. How many times has that happened? How many times did you plan on having sex and you get to bed and your head's spinning? You can't perform then either. But a lot of times we will end up in these arguments. We will end up in these situations with our partner or our date because we had too much to drink. Then you have no sex. Another night where you and your partner had a chance to connect and you didn't. All because you had too much to drink. Most likely it doesn't happen if you aren't drinking. Now, you know how a lot of times, bro, you'll start drinking and you chill, right? Knocks a chill off. We use it to relax at the end of a hard day. It's a downer. That's why it's hard to drink 6 beers and then go dunk a basketball or run a 100-yard dash or jump rope or swim, right? Because when you need your body to be at its best, it cannot do it with these toxins flowing through your blood, through your veins. It cannot. So your penile region, right? Your penis, your scrotum, whatever you want to call it, bro, it takes blood flow for it to operate correctly. That means your heart has to be operating at its best. When you drink alcohol, it stresses your organs because your organs are trying to filter the toxins out of your body. So if you drink enough and if you drink long enough, like I did, you will start to feel it when you're drinking. You will start to feel your organs working really, really hard. They work really, really hard while you're drinking, bro. They're trying to filter the toxins. Your body is designed to keep you alive. So if anything comes inside your body that is going against that, right? It automatically gets into fight or flight mode. We got to get these toxins out of your body. Your heart is not going to operate the way that it's supposed to when you're drinking. It's a downer, bro. Your heart rate slows down. Think I'm lying. Just wear one of those watches. Y'all all got watches. Look at your heart rate when you're not drinking, then look at it when you are drinking. It goes down. So therefore, the blood flow to your penis is not going to be the same. Also, because the rest of your body, there's other organs that need extra attention to filter the alcohol. Now blood is going to those organs, bro, instead of your scrotum and your penis, okay? So your erections suffer. Now again, when you were young, you drink, you'd have a wild night, it seemed like you could go for hours, right? Well, bro, that's also because you were 21. The alcohol didn't make you go for hours. You were going to go for hours regardless. The alcohol made you not nervous. You weren't nervous to do it in the back of a pickup truck where you could have got caught by the police. But your sexual activity was going to be the same whether you had alcohol in you or not. It wasn't the alcohol that made you sexual that night. It made you be a little bit more aggressive. It made you throw your inhibitions to the wind, okay? But bro, when you drink, your blood flow is not going to be the same, and you need blood flow to maintain a good erection. That's what happens. So if your erections aren't there, right? You're going soft, you're getting hard again, you're going soft, you're getting hard again. Bro, that makes for a messed up session. You'll be in that bedroom like, man, what happened last night? Yeah, you had too much to drink. Your body cannot operate physically you can't be top notch physically if you have alcohol in your body. You cannot. Now, when you drink, you don't sleep very good. Now, I know a lot of you will say, nah, Mark, when I drink, it seems like I be knocked out. I don't wake up till the next day. Yeah, you think that you got good sleep because you didn't wake up. But your body, that's a recovery period for your body. It's a time for your body to repair its cells. It's a time for your organs to rest, right? It's a time to get your breathing right. That's why your heart rate goes down. At that point, your body doesn't have much to worry about other than recovery. Well, brother, if you had a ton to drink for 4 or 5 hours before you went to sleep, guess what your body's busy doing while you're asleep? It's getting the alcohol out your system, brother. That's why you have to pee a lot. So if your body is not recovering correctly and you have to urinate a lot and your body's trying to repair itself from the damage you might have done, it's trying to filter the alcohol. Your body doesn't get a chance to recover. How does that affect you sexually? Well, bro, it lowers your testosterone when you don't get proper sleep. You ever have a really, really good night's sleep, bro, and you weren't drinking? And you wake up and you have an erection? Yeah. Well, bro, if you're drinking all the time at night, you'll notice that you're not waking up with those same erections because your testosterone levels are down, because you're not getting quality sleep. You might be sleeping the same amount of time, but half of that time, your body's trying to recover, bring itself back to normal. You understand? Testosterone levels will start to drop when you're not getting quality sleep, sir. And that will affect your erections. That will affect your sexual desires, right? It affects everything when it comes to the bedroom. So again, even on nights where you're not drinking, bro, you're still going to be lackluster when it comes to intimate connections. You're going to be lacking because of the alcohol. Now, when you drink a lot, okay? When you drink a lot, aside from the fact that you do things you wouldn't do if you weren't drinking, like, you might like certain people's pictures, you might, send a message to somebody you would never do if you weren't drinking. Physically, bro, it's a downer, okay? So now you started having a couple beers at 8 o'clock. By 9 or 10 o'clock, bro, you're tired. Even if normally you would be awake, yeah, it's getting close to bedtime, but you would still have more energy. So now when you come to the bedroom, bro, you don't have that same amount of energy you would have if you weren't drinking. See, when you're drinking, it takes your energy down some. Because again, remember I said your body's working hard to get rid of the toxins. Your energy's not the same, bro. So, therefore, you don't have the same capacity to go round for round with your partner. You don't. Because you don't have the same amount of energy. Bro, you're drinking. It's supposed to calm you down, take you down, relax you. So anything that relaxes you, bro, is not giving you more energy. That's the opposite. So now you're in the bedroom without the energy you would normally have if you were not drinking. And over time, bro, you never fill back up. You always have that low amount of energy. You always have the low amount of testosterone. Your blood flow's always low. You're always getting into arguments with your lady. You're not getting good sleep. It becomes this vicious cycle. And amongst a bunch of other things, your sex life is being impacted, even if you don't have a partner. You're having sex with new women. Or you might be dating 3 women on and off for 3-4 years. It might just be the same women, but you're not having the same sexual experiences. You might do things in the bedroom that you wouldn't normally do. You might say things in the bedroom that you wouldn't normally say because every time you have sex with her, you have drinks in you, bro. There's some women that you've had sex with, bro, that you haven't had sex with them sober. Think about that. She's never seen you at your best. And you say stuff a lot of times that you wouldn't say if you didn't have alcohol in you. You say stuff before, you say stuff during, and you say stuff after because you're inebriated. You're not yourself. So, bro, it affects you physically, right? Now, this is a mental effect, but, bro, when you're not performing well in the bedroom, it starts to play with your mind. You feel like you're less of a man. So now you doubt yourself. So now you're going into the bedroom with preconceived doubts. You don't believe in yourself anymore because you're not operating like you normally would in the bedroom. And it's all coming from this constant consumption of alcohol. You think I'm lying, bro? Just cut it out for 7 days. 7 to 10 days. Just cut it out. At the end of that, I'm sure it's not that hard for you to find somebody to connect with sexually. Just try it. See how it go. Bro, you will see a huge difference physically. Just physical. Nothing else. But bro, you have to understand, if we're talking 5 or 10 years of this, and your sexual connection with your lady is not good because you have hurt yourself physically by drinking so much, you consume so much alcohol, but your relationship suffers. Even when you're dating women, they might really like you. But if you're not operating at your top in the bedroom, bro, you don't know what your relationship could be. You don't know what your connection could be with that woman. All because you're consuming too much alcohol. Your organs are always working hard. The blood flow that's supposed to be going to your region isn't going to that region. You're dehydrated. Your energy's very low. You're not sleeping very well. Your testosterone's low. Bro, all those things point to a person who's going to have problems in the bedroom, bro. Erectile dysfunction. Right? Even saying the word erectile dysfunction hurts your heart as a man. Every time you have to say the words erectile dysfunction. That's rough, bro. Now, mind you, I only come on here and talk to you about this, bro, because I was in that lane before. I was in that lane. I got out of it, but I was there. I mean, it was nice little 4 or 5 years I was there. And a lot of you, just like me, we able to operate in it. We able to do okay in it, but nowhere near our best. Nowhere near. And fam, let's be clear. You want to be your best at everything you can at all times. So we'll jump back on this subject when we start talking about how to get rid of the alcohol in your life, right? When we start talking about the things we can do to rid ourselves of this habit. But it was time for us to have a serious talk about how it affects us in the most intimate way. And bro, if you're not having good sex, if you're struggling in the bedroom, if you have to use the words erectile dysfunction, life can't be good, bro. You can't have, listen to me, you can't have a good, happy life and have a terrible sex life. It's time to think about getting rid of the alcohol, bro. I'll be honest with you. Now you have to understand, we come on here to help others, okay? We come on here to talk to other men about what we've gone through so that we can help them. If this video has resonated with you at all, but you feel like you need to talk a little bit further, you need some one-on-one, just trying to figure some things out, maybe map out a plan to get yourself on the right road, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the phone. We'll get on a Zoom. We'll talk about some ways to get you headed in the right direction. That might mean you need an alcohol counselor. That might mean you need to be involved in some groups. That might mean that you need to put a plan together with me and we establish a relationship. No matter what, book the call. We'll get on there and talk about it. If I need to connect you with some other people, possibly in your area, so you can do stuff in person, we can do that as well. If you would do better with some online help, I have resources for you in that lane as well. So go down in the description, book a call, and listen to me. Sometimes you got to watch a video 2 times just to see if he really said, if he really described me, if he was really talking to me. Might have been, might not have been. But if you hear some things that resonate with you, bro, what you want to do is you don't want to get to that point where it's bad and you're trying to fix it. We want to do preventative maintenance. So sometimes we just want to prevent things from getting that bad. So you might be the guy that only drinks 2-3 beers every 3 days. But bro, you don't want to be the guy that drinks 2-3 beers every 2-3 hours. Because guaranteed, they'll tell you that's how it started. I was only 2-3 beers every couple days. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for joining in with me, bro. It's all about helping ourselves. All right. It's therapy for both of us. So make sure you tune into the next video. We're going to keep talking about this alcohol problem. We're going to keep talking about alcohol abuse and ways that we can not only identify our problems, right, and see what it's doing to us, but find some solutions to get up out of it. All right. So it's your boy. I'll catch you next time. Mark my words.